ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The Frank Pancho-Raming National Primary School Track and Field Championships closing out today. North Central Andros and the Barry Islands coming out on top of the overall standings. Now, there was one little hiccup along the way, according to Family Island coordinator Ken Mackey, as one athlete from Grand Bahama was diagnosed with chicken pox.
They jumped right on it. I think Oreo Woods and Mike Science, they did an excellent job with keeping everyone calm. And they had the staff for Ministry of Health. They came on board and they did a tremendous job. They made us all comfortable. They made us all aware of actually what was going on and the procedures and protocol that needed to be met. We all followed all of the information that were asked and met. And it was okay. Everything went smooth from there. Everyone is in the hotel comfortable. Everyone is in the hotel safe. There's no worries and no need to be alarmed. Everything was met to the T on all parts.
The NCAA Division II Outdoor Track and Field Championships underway in Texas. Fayetteville staged Jeremy Brooks in the first round of the women's 200 meters out of Heat 2, Lane 6. She finished third in 24.31, and that was good enough to secure a lane in the final come tomorrow. The NCAA Division I Regionals also underway at the East Regional in Jacksonville. Denzel Pratt from Liberty advancing to the NCAA Final in Austin, Texas. He had the fifth best throw of 224 feet 6 inches. The women's 400 quarterfinals over and done with as well. Western Kentucky's Juana Lewis, 13th overall, 52.58, and she just missed out on the top 12, which is a qualifier for the NCAAs. Purdue's Samson Colebrook double duty today. Heat 2, Lane 9 of the men's 100 quarterfinals. He finished 5th in his heat, 10.27. That placed him 16th overall. Not good enough to move on. Now, still to come tonight, Colebrook will take to the track in Heat 2, Lane 5 of the men's 200 prelims. Donovan Storr from Southeast Louisiana also in the 200 prelims, Heat 5, Lane 7. The top 3 in each heat and the next 6 fastest times on to the quarterfinals tomorrow. Meantime, at the West Regionals in Sacramento, Dreshne roll in Heat 3, Lane 8 of the women's 400 hurdles quarterfinals tonight. The first 3 in each heat there, and the next 3 on to the NCAAs. Oral Roberts' Sasha Wells, she's competing tonight in the opening round of the women's 100 hurdles. Those just finishing up right now. She was in Heat 2, Lane 6. She finished 6th in her heat in a time of 13.39, and she'll have to wait to see if that's good enough to move on to the quarterfinals come tomorrow. Now, her teammate Kayvon Stubbs will be in the 200 tonight, along with Texas Southern's Alexis Gray. Gray will be in Heat 3, Lane 7. The top 3 in each heat there, and the next 6 fastest times on to the quarterfinals tomorrow. As for the men's 400 hurdles, UTEP's Shaquem Smith, 11th fastest qualifier last night, 50.98. He will be in Heat 3, Lane 2 tonight in the quarterfinals, and he needs to finish in the top 3 or have one of the next 3 fastest times to advance to the NCAAs. Now, in terms of tomorrow, a couple more Bahamians in competition. In the East, Indiana's Giles Eddy in the men's high jump, while Purdue's Tamara Green will be in the triple jump. Out west, Washington State's Charisma Taylor in the women's triple jump, while Arkansas's Laquan Nail will be in the men's triple jump. The top 12 will advance to the NCAAs. Conference tournament action in the NCAA men's Division I baseball season in full swing. Last night, the Xavier Musketeers fell 2-0 to St. John's in the Big East. Aubrey Major 2-for-4 double. With that loss, Xavier forced to play in an elimination game this afternoon against Seton Hall. They won that 2-1 to stay alive. Major was 0-for-3. As for Tevin Simonet and the Lipscomb Bison, their season came to an end last night after 2 losses in the Atlantic Sun tournament. Simonet finishing his senior season with 7 home runs, 31 runs batted in, and 28 runs scored with a .282 batting average. From the minor league baseball diamond last night, Chavez Young with his 2nd home run in as many days and his 3rd of the season. A 3-run shot in the bottom of the 8th to break a 5-all tie. Chavez finishing up 2-for-4 as the Blue Jays win by a final of 8-5. Jazz Chisholm and the Jackson Generals also continuing their series last night with Lucius Fox and the Montgomery Biscuits. Jazz was 0-for-3, a run scored. Lucius also 0-for-3 as Jackson took that one. The government secondary school ZNS playoffs on the diamond yesterday. Junior boys baseball, the four-time defending champion HO National Lions roaring back to defend their crown with an impressive 10-1 win over CH Reeves. Standing in their way of a 5-peat, the AF Adelaide Tigers, who got past T.A. Thompson 2-1.
It was actually a good game. I couldn't do it without my team. I wasn't too good in my batting today, but so I had to focus and more and rely on my pitching and my team a lot.
On to girls softball now. The CV Bethel Stingrays nipped CI Gibson 11-10, and they now play for the Senior Girls Championship against CC Sweeting after the Cobras got past CL Walker 5-4.
It was rough, but with the encouragement of our team and our coaches, we was able to pull out the win.
The Republican Softball Association was on the diamond last night. The Inventive Intellect Warriors started their season off with a win. They stopped the Strikers in 3 innings, 24-3. On the mound, Jeanette Hilton picking up the win over Olivia Dorset. On to the men's feature game now. The Chances Mighty Mitts and Commander Security Truckers playing in a rematch of opening night. The outcome this time around, much different. The Mighty Mitts picking up the win by a final of 13-3. The Bahamas Volleyball Federation hoping to have a beach volleyball team in the next Olympics. The 242 currently on the Norseca Tour. Donovan Milmot just back from a tournament in the Cayman Islands with John Isaacs.
We had to adjust to the intensity that teams brought to us. So we need to take the torch in our hands and put the intensity on them instead of reacting to what they do. We are both middles indoor, so we are pretty good blocking. So we just need to work on our passing and be able to go from there. It was a really good tournament. It was a really good learning experience. We just need to get in some more practices, find some competition to play in between legs of the tour, and we'll be good to go. Getting your footing right is important, and it really plays a big difference knowing when to back off and do certain things on the beach. So it's a lot of stuff that comes with time. There's talks of us making a Continental Cup soon. So from there we'll be able to gauge things and work it out.
From the beach to the indoors now, the Greek Professional League just finished up. Shinari Hepburn representing the 242.
I had a pretty good season, but it was still frustrating because I didn't have the season that I wanted to have due to an injury before the season started. I sprained my ankle 2 weeks before season started. It was a pretty bad sprain, but I still had to work through it and come back to help the team. Moving forward, I want to improve my jump service just to help my overall game, because I can hit the ball well, I can block well, but if I'm better from the service line, and it'll just help my game and whichever team I go to next, it'll just help us be a little bit more successful. I have offers from teams in Switzerland, Estonia, Germany, and of course my old team in Finland. They want me to come back, so right now it's just negotiations and seeing what's best for me financially and also in my development as a player. From first year to now, I'd say that my confidence in my game has grown, just better overall in reading situations and knowing what to do in clutch situations, just playing and playoff experience, playing against a lot of Olympians and players that have been there before. It just helps you grow as a player on the court.
That will do it for sports. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.